So this is video number 2 in our Sicilienne course. So what we've done is before we looked at the broad strokes, the main defining features of the piece, and now what we're going to do is we're going to narrow in and take this thing apart piece by piece and make sure that we understand each piece. Then we can put it back together. So to begin with, let's just look at this rhythm, because the rhythm, this particular rhythm, is all over this piece, right? Especially in this block right here, which is just a full measure right here. And so this is called a syncopated rhythm. A syncopated rhythm has an offbeat in it. So this is, if it was just straight quarter notes, then that's a very straight rhythm. Well, then once you get into the offbeats of it, which is here, 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 that's the offbeats. So whenever we have those, then it's called a syncopated rhythm. So with this one, we have an offbeat right here. And so how do we count this? So one of the ways that we can figure out rhythms is that we can break it into the smallest common denominator, which in this case is the 8th note. One of the ways to get used to this clapping it is to clap the ones that you don't actually play, but very quietly, and then really, really clobber the ones that you have. So you have the 1, the and, the 2, and the 3. So you would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So that way you're keeping it absolutely in time. You know that you're absolutely steady in your time, because it's easy to go 1 and 2 and 3, but that's not the rhythm. That's completely something else. So to keep it absolutely steady, you can keep this thing going. You can do it with a metronome if you'd like to, and then just really accent the ones that you want. So once you have that, then we have 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and that thing goes all the way through. So I would master this rhythm. So I would absolutely master it to where you can do this thing with your eyes closed, hanging upside down from a tree in a hailstorm. Just really know it. So then the next thing we're going to talk about with this rhythm is this feature right here, the pickup note. So what is a pickup note? This is a partial bar, and it's just so then we would start counting on the 3, because this is a quarter note, so it's the 3rd beat of the thing. So 3 and. And whenever we have 8th notes, we'll count ands the entire time. So we have 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, then we're off to the races. So now that we've got this pickup note, then what's going to happen, and we'll talk about this again later, is that that's the musical feature. So part of the dance that this is 3 1 2 and 3 1 2 and 3 1 2 and 3 1. So the 3 leads over to the next bar. So then in every single bar, there's going to be a particular feeling of this 3 1 3 1 3 1. So it's not just a one-time thing. Whenever we see a pickup bar, it's oftentimes not just a one-off at the beginning of the song. It's very oftentimes it can tell us what kind of the feel of the song. So it can help us get our groove into it, so that we know how to inflect it to where it's most musical and it's most dance-like, right? It's got a spring to it. So then one of the things that you can do whenever you're practicing this, and we're not to this point yet, but you can accent slightly that 3rd beat every time. And you can go through as a practice section and accent that, and accent the 3rd beat of every time. You can also do it when you're clapping, just so you can get the feel of that. So this has been the rhythm of this, and in the next video we'll jump into the notes, the hands, and we'll actually start playing, because up to this point we haven't even touched the guitar, right? So in the next video we will.